need the A1Cs down. God gave me a fresh start. I had to fix my fork. Got rid of the sweet tooth and all of that pork. And now I'm on a mission to help you too. You must get healthy. God has plans for you. God gave me a fresh start.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Fix My Fork. And you know where we are, my home away from home, my sweet home. Gaiman's Design Remodeling up in Harleysville, PA. You know the place, man. This is where we get the taste on. So today, we will be preparing some cabbage steaks along with some avocado parmesan french fries. And this is my first time making this dish, so you're gonna have to bear with me, right? Remember how I told you, man, come out your comfort zone and stop cooking things that you're used to having all the time and explore, right? The taste buds will kind of enjoy it. So we're gonna dive right into what I can remember, because I read the recipe and I'm getting ready to wing this as I go. So with that being said, we're gonna do these cabbage sticks and prepare them and get them in the oven. I already preheated the oven for 400 degrees, and they say about 10 to 15 minutes on each side, and then it should be ready to go. So I already have my spices right here, and I'm gonna dip this. It says olive oil or butter of choice. I use a ghee butter. If you know everything about ghee, that's where all the flavor is. In my spice bowl, I have onion powder, garlic powder, I have some smoked paprika, and the recipe definitely says smoked paprika, and I have a little bit of other herbs and seasons that I can't tell you about, you know, because they're mine, they're my creative. So I did measure these all out perfectly, and I'm going to mix this all in, the spices. I'm going to grab me a spoon just to do a little mix and prepare that. Boy, this food, if you could see it and smell it, the flavors, the fragrances, impeccable. I just want to dip my finger in there, right? But I don't want to do that. What I'll do is save it for the later, right? So now, I don't have a little brush. So remember, when you're at home and you're doing this, some things you may not have, you have to use what you got, right? They say both sides, so I'm gonna spread it out like that just to put it on there quick. And I got about 6 nice 3/4 cut steaks, like the recipe called for. I got me a spatula, and I'm gonna kind of smooth it around, and I see, as you can see, it's falling down into the crevices. And this little thick piece I have here, I put a little bit more on there, just like so. You know, you've been to art class. It's kind of like that, right? Here we go, we got these 3 over here. So I'm running out of sauce, so I'm gonna tell you what to do in the event, right? Because I got a lot on there, but I'll just make some more. That's what you do. You probably thought I was gonna say something special, like when you're running out of sauce, you just run out of sauce. And what you do is, you pause it, you go back and you make some more. All right. I'm gonna flip them over. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. That's what comes with being in the kitchen. That's what towels are for wiping, for cleaning. You know, have fun. Hey, look, I'm by myself today, right? Normally I got my partner with me, man, my sidekick. It's a different show. She said, Gene, go ahead and do your, fix my fork thing. So just for the sake of time, we'll work on these 3, right? And I'll pause the camera and come back and douse up the other ones and get them ready. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's smelling kind of good, right? So you give me a second to finish doctoring these babies up. So what I do, I gotta show you this neat trick, right? So, we were talking earlier about running out. And I happen to have a chef, Boyardee, behind the camera, so you don't know. But he just gave me a quick tip. And I'm trying to tell you, this thing is insane, profound, I might add. He said that when you flip the cabbage steaks over, you'll find that what leaked out on the bottom is already enough for you to coat the other side. How genius is that? I think I'm gonna give him a big piece like it's my birthday. You know how you get your best friend over and you're like, man, I'm gonna get, who gets the first piece? All the kids is around the table looking. Can you see that as I flip it over? Because I don't know if you really see it, right? I turned these over already and I'm gonna flip them back over. And if you can look down in there, you see on the parchment paper that it has a coating right underneath. And these are lightly coated underneath because I didn't have much to put on those, but you see it here? Man, what a genius way. I don't know how he knew that. He must have made this recipe several times before, right? But who knows? I just think he's a genius of all kinds. You'll see him on the review. You know what I mean? I got a celebrity in the house, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't no average cameraman. I'm an average cameraman. It's smelling kind of good, right? So you give me a second to finish doctoring these babies up. I'm gonna put them back in the oven and we'll be back in just a few, all right? Don't go nowhere.
Might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. You may not even know you have it, but you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand. With early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
And we're back. I got the cabbage steaks in the oven. Right now, we're gonna start the process of making this avocado parmesan french fry. Have you ever heard of those ingredients inside of a french fry? Now they're vibe. But again, if you have any interest, download Pinterest. And you remember, so these avocados, according to the recipe, must be ripened, but still firm, right? Coat them open, cut them open. You know how to twist the pit and get it out of there. People thought I was doing magic at times. Now I seen the video do it like this, right? They squeezed. Tell me what you prefer. Get the avocado out of there. And I never kind of seen this. I was interested in how easy that would be. It's rather easy. Instead of me digging it out and eating as much as I can off my finger. Remember, I usually have a scrap bowl, but I'm gonna just place it right there for now. I don't have my assistant here, it's just me. How do I look? Thank you. You know, you guys are just too much sometimes, too much. All right, so here we go. And the recipe does call for 1 large avocado, but I thought I would have, you always gotta cook enough, right? Because if you have some guests coming by, you don't wanna run out. Squeeze that. Calls for 1 avocado and 1 egg. Season it to taste. And 1 cup of Parmesan cheese per egg and avocado, right? Ratio. I'm gonna clean this up. Give me a second. Rinse my hands. And I'm right back. So I don't know, what? Crack the egg. Turn that way. Egg number 2. It says a cup of, and I had a measuring cup, but as you can kind of see, right? That's a little bit, I could tell you right now, that's a cup, right? Got my eyes on it. And I got that there, and I'm gonna save me just a little bit to garnish the cabbage steaks, all right? So I seen them get a knife, whatever, if you got a masher, and just kind of want to whip that egg a little bit. And I'm here, you see me about to put that back in there, because if I was home, I would have did it. But all you germ-conscious people on the cameras always talking, oh God, did you see that? I wouldn't eat that. So I gotta do things different when I'm in front of you. Now I'm mushing this around. kind of giving it a stir from the bottom to get the egg. So I guess the egg is the binder. And it's gonna get messy. A friend asked me before the show started, did I wear gloves? And I said, sometimes it depends on what I'm making. I wish I had some gloves right now, right? But I ain't afraid to get my clean hands dirty because I wash my hands several times. So it says do it just like that. This recipe requires that you preheat the oven for 450. I got the cabbage steaks rolling in there right now, and they'll be done in just a few minutes. And that oven is set at 400. I'll increase it. So I want to give you a look at the texture. It's nice and smooth, you see there? Kind of wish I had a spoon. So this is what I'm gonna do. It says to shape them. So I'm gonna put a little dab. I'm gonna just do one, right? Just to try it out. And it says to shape it. Now, these ain't your regular fries, right? They like thick cut. And I guess that paper's moving a little bit, but guess what? As I put more on here, it's gonna be fine. So I kind of got the ratio that I want to use for them. So now I'm gonna just go down in each spot and then shape it as I go down. I'm enjoying this now. I done got my rhythm. Put them a little closer together so I don't run out of space. You should smell this. These are Parmesan avocado French fries. And let me shape the ones I got so far so you guys can kind of see. Can you see? Because I can see. And my cameraman would have chimed in. He would have been like, Gene, we can't see a thing. Right? Move that out your way. And remember, you home. So you're doing this. This is something that you really want to get the kids involved in, right? We don't know how the flavors are going to taste. If you're a fan of avocado, I have avocado many ways. Everybody know in my previous videos that I am pro avocado. I like the way that's said, right? Got my towel. Got to keep a towel handy and something for waste. Let me continue to make me a couple more. Lay them down just like so. This one is kind of thin, so let me double back on that guy. Make him a bigger fry. Bam, bam. That's another little guy right there. And I'm telling you, I'm really having fun doing this. This is exciting. I'm kind of now, since I seen the way that they did it, and I'm making my own recipe, I'm so interested in what this is going to taste like. I think I got a little bit too much for that particular. That was more like wasn't a fried kind of shape there. It's kind of like a Parmesan avocado stick. These are looking good. Look, no rhyme or reason. You got the fries there. I want to show you guys, give you a close up. I just put them together and this is quick and easy. I'm gonna tilt that so you can see it. You get a good look. You can't taste them, no, not yet. You gotta let me cook them. Give me a few minutes to put them in the oven and we'll be right back. I'm gonna fix my fork.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. This puts them at increased risk for type 2 diabetes, heart attack, and kidney disease. The good news? Pre-diabetes can be reversed. Follow along with this 1-minute risk test to learn your risk for pre-diabetes. Are you over 40? That's 1 point. Over 50? That's another. Over 60? Add 1 more. If you're a man, give yourself a point. Family history of diabetes? Add a point. Have high blood pressure? Add another. Not physically active? That's a point. Are you slightly overweight? That's 1 point. Pretty overweight? That's 2. Very overweight? That's 3. A score of 5 or more means you likely have prediabetes, so talk with your doctor. Learn how you can change the outcome at doihaveprediabetes.org.
And we're back on Fix My Fork, man. Listen, it smells scrumptious in here. The atmosphere is set. The plates are halfway there. We're gonna show you how to do this real quick. So I made them two kinds. The recipe said your preference, whether it's green cabbage or red cabbage, right? So I did both because if you're doing the red cabbage, you can't quite see it brown as much as you can the regular. So the green, so I did both so you can see, like, if you look in, you can kind of see the caramelization in the brown color. And I left a little bit of the scraps of the cabbage so you can see how brown and crisp it got, right? So what we do, they say for you to top this off with some fresh Parmesan, grated Parmesan, as such. Then you want to garnish it with a little fresh parsley for the flavors. Bam, bam, bam. No way to do it, right? It's your kitchen. Now check out these fries. I don't know if I want to call them fries, tater tots. I don't know, but this is my first time making them. So the shape came out. You can see that's a hold it up. It has a consistency where it's like a fry, right? So, but I'll show you guys. I want to make sure this pan ain't hot, right, before I lift it. Because I made that mistake once before, and we all make those mistakes, right? But I do want to show you, give you a nice little presentation, right? And I flipped them. So you can see the one I have there that you can see it kind of right side up. But man, they smell amazing. So I work on the shape a little bit, right? But they still gonna go down right. But look how that starts to look on the plate. And I'll just put 3 there, right? It's already a colorful presentation. I just hope my company likes it, right? And that's all that matters. So it calls for a dipping sauce of mayo combined with cilantro. But just in case you want to put in the type of sauce you want, make it your own. You ain't got to make the sauce I made. But look how colorful that looks. Don't it look amazing? We're going to see how this thing tastes. So that's it. We whipped it up. You know how I like colors on my plate. It's a little taste before the taste, right? So we're going to do the review. That's coming up next. So give me a couple seconds. I'll be right back and we'll tell you how it came out. All right? Stay tuned.
I thought diabetics couldn't eat donuts.
Not making much progress, are we?
Did you check your sugars yet?
This post is giving me
I
diabetes.
thought diabetics couldn't eat donuts.
Do you even exercise?
Not making much progress, are we?
You did it to yourself.
Under pressure.
And we're back. Time for the review. Woo, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I just want to take pictures of it. I don't even want to eat it. I just want to just take a picture. Let me start right here because this is the easy way, because I'm anxious to see what the fry tastes like. Avocado Parmesan fry. Why not? Wow. Flavor-wise, there's no word to describe it. I like to work on the texture a little bit because in the inside it's a little soft, right? But I made them kind of wide, as you can see. But I bet you if they was in half and I cooked it just as like the recipe we call for, this would be divine. This is something I'm going to try over and over again. One more while I take a cut. I'm not mad at that. I'm fumbling because I'm so nervous about this one. Now I do know that this is going to taste good, but this cabbage, I kind of cut it a little bit thicker than I would have liked to. So I think it took a little longer to cook. But flavor-wise, I know it's spot on because I made it, right? So here we go and dive in. you know, just like I expected, right? Now, I like my cabbage this way, a little crisp, so you don't cook all the vitamins and nutrients out. But if I was serving this on a romantic night with my missus, I like to be a little bit just more easier to cut, easier to get through. But it's very tasty. You try it out and tell me what you think. This is my first time. I'm going to try it again and again and again until I master it. But this is a healthy option. You won't feel the itis after you finish this here, and you can move on about your day. So thank you for tuning in to Fix My Fork. Looking forward to the next segment. Do what you do it well. Peace.
Fork smart and live well, we need the A1Cs down. You must fix your fork, let me make that clear.